Hey, it's Joanne Musa, the Tax Lien Lady, and I am live on Facebook to answer your questions about investing in tax liens and tax deeds. So I have over 20 years of experience, and if I can't answer your question, if I can't help you, I will point you in the right direction. All right, so let me know when you come on. Say hello. Let me know where you're coming from because tax lien and tax deed investing are so different in every state. Right now, there is a lot going on in New Jersey. I have tax sales to go to physically live tax sales over the next couple of weeks. Quite a few tax sales over the next couple of weeks, both live and online in New Jersey. So let me know, hello, if you're just joining and if you're watching the replay. But if you're just joining, just say hello. Let me know where you're coming in from so that I know actually talking to somebody live. and go ahead and give me your questions. I am here to answer your questions. And I don't know if my assistant Nicole is with us today. And if she is, she can see if we have any questions that were on Facebook or on YouTube, because these are streamed live. I'm doing this in StreamYard, by the way, and it gets streamed live into our Facebook page, the Facebook business page at facebook.com/tax lien investing tips. And then we also put it on our YouTube channel because some people just aren't on Facebook. So you can ask your questions in any of those places. And we have our group too, our Facebook group. And you can ask questions in there. I do sometimes answer the questions right there in the group. It's a private group, so only members can see what's in there, but it doesn't cost anything to join. It's a free private group on Facebook. You just do have to answer some questions so that we know that you're there to learn and not to solicit the other people in the group. So you just have to agree to our terms and conditions. And we just want to know that you're interested in tax lien investing. Otherwise, it's not the right group for you. Okay, so just say hello, and I can see your comments here on StreamYard, and I can also comment and answer your questions in the comments too. Hi, Natalie. Hi, good to see you again. Remind me what state you're in, and do you have any questions for me today? Yeah, Natalie, remind me what state you're in. And I can tell you what, if anything, is going on now in your state. There are some online tax deed sales going on in Florida. Yeah, online tax deed sales going on all the time in Florida. So Natalie, are you interested in liens or deeds? Liens or deeds? And I know we have somebody else watching. Say hello, let me know where you're coming in from. And bring your questions. That's what I'm here for. Just getting back to my live. Yeah. Well, I'm just getting back too, Natalie. I'm just getting back too, because I didn't do this last week because it was Thanksgiving week. So I didn't do any lives last week. And okay, and so you'd like to learn about both liens and deeds. Awesome. Well, right now in Florida, there are deed sales going on all the time, and some of them are live, some of them are online. The lien sales in Florida do not happen until May, and all of them are online. I think there's only one county that is live in Florida. They all have their lien sales online on a couple of different platforms. Okay. So let me know, Natalie, what have you done so far? Have you done anything yet? What have you done so far? And I just want to tell everybody, every year I do a wealth building conference. And last year we expanded it. We expanded it to 18 speakers, and we provided those. We did it pre-recorded because there were so many speakers. So we did it pre-recorded, and we provided those recordings over 2 weeks. This year, I intend to have more speakers, and we're going to condense it into 1 week. So I will be providing like 3 to 4 of the video interviews each day, and it's going to start January 15th. I just want to let you know about it now. You won't be hearing about it until the end of December, okay? But I just wanted to, to give you a little heads up. That's something to look forward to. Okay, so Natalie hasn't done anything yet. Looking forward to learning. Okay, and here's something for you guys that are just, just want to learn and you're not ready to get started yet. You can't learn to swim by reading a book about how to swim, about swimming, right? You actually have to get in the water. That's the only way to learn. It's the same with anything else. And it's no different with tax liens and tax deeds. You actually have to start doing it. You actually have to get in, and if you don't have money to invest yet, you don't want to learn, and then keep saying to yourself, well, I'm going to wait until I have the money to invest. No, you want to get the money to invest first and then learn how to do it. And then actually start doing it. Because that's one thing that I see people doing now. They're like, well, we don't really have the money, so we're just going to learn what to do. Well, you can't learn what to do unless you're actually doing it. Okay, right now we have an advanced tax lien investing secrets training going on, and the people that are in that training are actually doing it. They're registered for the tax sales, or they're bidding. We're going to have our Q&A call tomorrow night, and I expect to hear from some of the participants that they've already bid at sales, and I'll hear about whether they've gotten any liens or deeds yet or not. Since this was, for some of them, it's their first time, they might not get it on their first go round, right? They might have to go into a couple of sales before they actually get something, because you learn something each time. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you guys. Does that make sense? So does anybody else here have any experience with anything yet, done anything yet with tax liens or tax deeds? Even if it's just that you've been to a sale to see what it's like, or you're registered for a sale but didn't bid yet. So let me know what's going on. Let me know what help you need to get started, what questions you have about getting started and actually doing it. So the training, the Atlas training, we're already in the 6th week of the Atlas training. And if you go to, I'm not sure if you can still sign up for it. It is a $2,000 training. It's a $1,997 training because it includes 2 months of coaching with me and hand-holding with me. I just had a sale on my membership that was a half-price sale on my membership, so you just missed out on that. But I do have a lot of trainings. I have a lot of trainings inside the members area. All right, but here's what I suggest for you, Natalie. I do have a training, and this was also on sale for Black Friday, but nobody purchased it during the Black Friday sale. Online tax deed training course. It's called, and you could get that at onlinetaxdeeds.com, onlinetaxdeeds.com. And that is a self-study course. But that covers the online tax deed sales in Florida and in other states, by the way. Michigan, which are not happening now. What other states are covered there? There are, California has online tax deed sales. Even now, there's more states that have online tax deed sales that didn't have them before. Like Pennsylvania, where I live, now has online tax sales. Yeah, online tax deeds with an S. It's plural. Online tax deeds with an S.com. Okay. And I'm trying to think if there's anything. I have a lot of self-study courses on different things. I don't have one specifically for Florida, though. That's the closest I think you'll get is the online tax deeds course. Any sale on packages? The end of the year, I'm not sure what that will be, though. I sometimes have an end of year sale. The Black Friday sale is just finished up, so you just missed that one. Hey, Nicole. Nicole's checking to see if we got any questions anywhere else. Oh, you'd love to have that 2 months training. I'll tell you what, Natalie, you could still get in on that. And I'm not sure what the URL. Hey, Nicole, do we have a page for the Atlas training? I think we do. Oh, I know where it is, but I don't know if it's still active. If you go to taxlienlady.com /, oh, I'm going to try to put it in for you. Hold on. Let me see if it works. I think it's at taxlienlady.com /book /advanced -training. Let me see if it's still available. And it does come with 2 months of coaching with me. So you could still get in on it. It's an 8-week training. We're in week 6 now, and you'll get access to the trainings that are there already. Oh, it looks like, I'll tell you what, it looks like you have to get put on a waiting list for the next time we do it live. But if you want to get in on it now, just send us an email and let us know, and we'll have to send you a link, because the website that I just told you about goes to a page where you just get put on a waiting list for the next time we do it live. But if you do want to get in on it now, let me know. Just send an email to info@taxlienlady.com. Or yeah, Nicole put support@taxlienlady.com. You could use that, support@taxlienlady.com, and let us know you want to get in on it now. And we can send you a link to get you in now. Our next call is tomorrow night. And you'll have access to the first 6 modules of the course already. And then over the next 2 weeks, you'll get the next 2 modules. And then you'll still get 2 months of coaching with me. Okay, it includes 2 months of coaching. Yeah, that goes to the waiting list, right, Nicole? Yeah, she put in the link for you to get on the waiting list. If you want to wait until the next time we do it live, we probably will not do it live again until the spring. Probably probably March or April. Because it'll happen April and May. So we probably won't even open it up until March. So if you want to get in now, just let us know. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Natalie. So who else is here? Let me know where you're coming in from, what your questions are. I'd love to help you get started or get over any difficulty that you're having getting started, or maybe you did get started and you got challenged somewhere and didn't know what to do next. I can help you with that. Okay, just let me know what your questions are and let me know what state that you're investing in, because it is so different in every state. All right, so Nicole doesn't have any other questions for me, so it's up to you guys that are watching now. If you want me to stay on, you've got to give me your questions. Okay. And thank you, Natalie, for saying hello and letting me know what state you're in and asking me about the Atlas training. So, yeah, we are, and the Atlas training, by the way, includes weekly coaching for 2 months. Hi, Jessica, good to meet you from California. Barely getting into this. Okay, so what have you done so far, Jessica? Anything? Anything? Where have you learned about tax lien investing? Why? Obviously, you had to find out about it or you wouldn't be here, right? So what interested you in, and is it tax lien investing or tax deed investing that you're interested in? You're in a tax deed state. As a matter of fact, the whole West Coast are tax deeds, except for Arizona. They do liens in Arizona. You did sign up for an online training with another company, but that's as far as you've done. Okay, all right. Did you learn anything? Did you do anything at all? Because again, I don't know if you were here when I was saying this earlier, but you can't learn to swim by reading a book about it. You have to actually jump in and do it. Went to a free class from Real Success in the online courses for both tax deed and tax lien. Okay, I haven't heard of Real Success, so I don't know how good that course was. But what a lot of these courses do is they give you general information and they don't really give you the specific information that you need to get started. So that's why I have different courses on different things, because it's very specific. Different states are very specific. And so I have a course on online tax liens. I have a course on online tax deeds. I have a workshop on redeemable deeds. I have workshops on different states. And I have done with you trainings on different states. Now, I don't have specific information for every state. So tell me, Jessica, what is it that you are interested in? What is it that you want to do? Do you want to invest in liens or deeds? And in what state? Are you going to invest in deeds in your state in California? Or did you want to invest in liens online in another state? One thing I don't agree with, and that is some of these online gurus will tell you that you don't have to go to the tax sale, it's too competitive, you could get the over-the-counter or leftover liens or deeds. I will tell you that's not worth it. Because yes, the sales are competitive. They are so competitive, nothing good gets left over. And once in a while, if it does, they might tell you that, oh, there could be nuggets of gold in those leftovers. If there are, they are bid up so fast, by the time that list comes out, they're gone. There are people waiting for that list to come out. As soon as it comes out, they're gone. Remember that for a lot of these leftover liens or deeds, they have to go through 2 sales before they even get in on that list. And not all states, not all counties sell leftovers. So it's really not a viable strategy. So if you were told to do that, if that was one of the strategies you were taught, go somewhere else. Okay, it's not. As a matter of fact, I will be speaking at a National Tax Lien Association event. I'll be one of the speakers speaking about the dangers of OTC, over-the-counter liens and deeds, and why it's not a good strategy. I think that event isn't until May. So yeah, and the National Tax Lien Association is the only nonprofit association for the industry. It is not to be confused with the U.S. Tax Lien Association, which is not an association at all. It's a for-profit business. And it has nothing to do with the National Tax Lien Association, which is a real nonprofit association for the industry. Okay. Yeah, and we do have a newsletter that comes out every month. And Joanne, Nicole, I'm Joanne. Forgot that for a minute. Yes, I'm Joanne. Nicole has put in the reason I said that is because when Nicole puts something in the comments, it shows up as Tax Lien Lady, so it shows up as me. But Nicole has put in for you to get on our list before December, before the newsletter comes out. And she's given you a link there to get on our list. You could also just go to our website, taxlienlady.com, and right there, you can sign up for our state guide. It is free. It tells you what happens in every state. And that will get you on our list, and you'll get our newsletter every month. And that will tell you what's coming up every month. Okay. Okay, Jim, in New Jersey, they can sell water and sewer amounts just like tax amounts. So, and great question, Jim. Thanks for asking that question. So, and now is a really big time for New Jersey. December is the biggest month of the year for New Jersey. So there's a lot of tax sales going on now. And you'll see that the tax collectors will let you know if something is taxes or sewer and water, or sometimes they can have other amounts in there. Whatever you pay to the municipality, because in New Jersey, the tax sales are not big county sales. Each municipality can have their own sale. Okay, so there's smaller sales. In New Jersey, each town or city has their own sale, and they can sell like if you pay to the municipal water authority, municipal sewer authority, that also can go in the tax sale, and you get a tax lien certificate for that amount. All right, it works just like a tax lien, same thing. And Jim, did that answer your question? And yeah, okay, great. Okay, good. Any other questions? Any other questions? All right, so Jessica says, I just want to invest and don't have any particular state. Okay, so here's what you need to consider. How much money do you have for investing? Because you need more money for deeds, especially in California, than you do for liens. And different states, you need different amounts of money to start. Some states, you need more money than others. Because with tax lien states, all tax deed states, they're going to bid up the price of the deed. And that's why you need more money. And redeemable deed states, they're going to bid up the price of the deed, even though you're not actually getting the property yet. But in lien states, there are some lien states that bid up the price of the deed, or not the deed, the lien bid up the price of the lien. They bid a separate amount called premium. And so you would have to pay the premium and the lien amount to get the lien, okay? Some states give you interest on your premium, some do not, okay? New Jersey does not give you any interest on your premium, but you do get your premium back if the lien redeems in 5 years. Now, redemption period is 2 years, so you could always force redemption by starting foreclosure after 2 years. But in other states like Colorado, they don't give you that back. So you'll find lower premiums will be bid in Colorado than in a state like New Jersey. Now in Indiana, you get paid interest on the premium. So every state treats it differently, okay? So in Indiana, you're gonna need more money, right? And then there are other states where you don't need as much money because they bid down the interest rate, they don't bid up the premium, or they bid something else, but they don't bid up the price of the lien. So in states where they don't bid up the price of the lien, you don't need as much money to start. But so when you say that you don't really know, you don't have any particular state in mind, you need to take into account, what is your goal? Do you want to get the property or do you want to get the interest on your money? All right, because if you want to get the property, 99% of liens across the country are going to redeem. Tax liens are not the way to go if you want to get the property. Okay. So does that give you, Jessica, that should help you out a little bit as far as what state you want to, and definitely get the state guide because it shows you what happens in every state. So I've been on for almost 30 minutes, so I'm going to do last call now, last call for questions. I'm happy to stay here and answer your questions. So just interest, if you okay, so you want interest on your money, is that what you mean, Jessica? In that case, you want to look, being you're in California, you want to look for the states that have online tax liens. And then it depends on how much money you have to invest, on which state you're going to look for, you're going to look into. Yeah, then definitely you do not want to do any of the Western Seaboard states. Arizona is the only one that is a lien state. I'm not crazy about Arizona though. It's not the best, right? Right now, there's a lot going on in New Jersey. You do need a little bit more money. You need at least $10,000 for every sale that you register in New Jersey. So that's one of the states where you need a little bit more money to do the online sales. In May, you'll have Florida, which you don't need as much for. Hey, Franklin, do you have any questions for me today? And what state are you in? Okay, as I said, last call, guys. If you have questions, give them to me now. I'm happy to stay on here a few more minutes to answer your questions. Okay, Franklin, let me know what's your question and what state are you in? I am happy to help. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for today. And thank you, everybody that's showing up and everybody that will be watching the replay. Can you get into tax lien investment if you're on Social Security disability? Okay, New Jersey. You need money to invest, and that's all. If you're on Social Security disability, do you have any discretionary income to invest? Okay, that's all that matters. You just have to have the cash. Because when you go to a tax lien sale or a tax deed sale, you don't have time to go get the money from somewhere else. You have an hour after the sale, if you're the winning bidder, you have an hour in New Jersey to go get the funds. You need certified funds or cash in New Jersey. Some of the places will take cash. A lot of other states won't take cash. You need only certified funds. All right, now in the online sales, you need to have the money in an account. You could do a wire transfer, an ACH debit for the deposit. Franklin, as long as you have the money to invest, it doesn't matter if you're on Social Security or disability. It doesn't matter what your credit score is. All you need is a bank account. All you need is the money to invest. And here's the thing, you have to be able to have the money or go get the money in an hour. If you're going to live tax sales in New Jersey, if you're doing it online, right? If you're disabled to where you can't get around and you're doing it online, then you could do that. But in New Jersey, you're going to need $10,000 for every tax sale that you register for. You're going to need to have that in your account. Okay, does that help? Now, other states, you're not going to need as much. Okay, but in New Jersey, you are going to need, and if you go to live sales, if you could get around and go to live sales, you don't need to have $10,000 for the sale, because the reason why you need $10,000 for each of the online sales in New Jersey is because there's a minimum deposit, and they take that to be 10% of your budget, and you have to have that budget in your bank account. They will let you bid up until your budget, and that's the only way to do it. In those online sales in New Jersey, you have to just be able to bid on everything you want and let them stop you when you reach your budget. If you try to do it, you're not going to get anything if you try to do it a different way, okay? All right, and Jessica's asking, we have to register for all sales. Which state is the one you can invest for less than 10K? A lot of them, you don't need that much to register. Florida, Indiana, Arizona, Colorado. Colorado, I think. Arizona is not until February. Colorado is in the fall, but I think they're done now. I'm not sure. I haven't checked to see if there's any left in Colorado. Indiana, I'm not sure. I don't think there's any more online sales in Indiana, but they will be coming up again in the spring. Will be the commissioner sales in Indiana. So, any other questions? Sometimes when I answer a question, then there's more questions about the answer, right? You find out the tip of the iceberg and then you want to go deeper. Okay, I get it. I get it. All right, so Jim is asking, if I bid online with 10% of face value, how long does it take for me to put up all the money? Jim, I'm not sure what you're asking. So can you be more specific? If you bid online with 10% of face value, after I got the bid, how long does it take for me to put up all the, oh, you have to put it up immediately. You have to put it up that day. So here's the thing in New Jersey, right? The minimum deposit is $1,000, okay? They will let you bid up to $10,000. If you only put in 1,000 as your minimum, they will let you bid until $10,000. Now, it doesn't mean that you're going to win liens up to $10,000. It means that you're in the running until you reach 10,000, and then your other bids won't count anymore. Okay. So you could still be outbid and not get anything. It doesn't mean you're going to get anything, in which case your deposit will be refunded to you. In New Jersey, that's how it works, okay? But let's say you do win up to your budget. Let's say your budget's 10,000 and you win liens, maybe you win a few liens, then you have to pay that day. Usually there's a cutoff time. Sometimes it's 2:00 Eastern time, and sometimes it's later, but it's let's say the sale ends at 8:30, you usually have to pay by 2:00. If you have 5,000 in the bank, how much face value can I bid? You can't bid at all, because if you only have 5,000 in the bank, you don't have enough for any of the sales in New Jersey that are online. You need to go to the live sales. You could go with any amount of money to the live sales. You don't need to have a budget of $10,000 for the live sales. But for any of the online sales, they all have a $1,000 minimum, which is a $10,000 budget. You need to have $10,000 in your bank account. And you're talking about how much face value can you bid up? I don't know what you mean. What you bid has nothing to do with the face value of the lien. Yeah, here's the thing. In New Jersey, you're bidding premium. You have to pay the face value plus the premium that you bid in order to get the lien. And if you're only bidding 10% of face value, you're not going to win any liens. Here's what I want you to do, Jim. Are you bidding in the online sales in New Jersey? Are you bidding on real auction? Yes, okay. Do you know that you could see what the past sale, what happened in past sales on real auction, and you could see what those liens were won at? All right, well, go look at the past sales and see what those liens were won at. This is something I teach my clients to do in the Atlas training that we're doing now. This is what we did in the first couple of sessions. We looked at the results of past tax sales in different states, because not everybody's in New Jersey, right? Not everybody's bidding in New Jersey. But you can look and the results of past years' tax sales for the where you're bidding on right now. Okay, you could see what things were won at in past sales, and I'd be surprised if you find anything that was won at only 10% of face value. And if it is, you better take a look at that property and see why, because there was probably something wrong with it. This is where coaching with me can really be a big help. And Jim, I think I told you, I've got that Atlas program going on now, and people that took advantage of it got 2 months of coaching with me with that program. Now, it's too late to get into that program now. You get on the waiting list. But if you want in now, just send an email to support@taxlienlady.com and we will get you in there, because without help, you're not going to be successful bidding in New Jersey, I'll tell you right now. It's complicated. It's complicated. And this is what I help my clients do, because you need to bid, and you want to bid enough that you're going to get a lien, right? That you're going to get liens, but you don't want to bid so much that you're not going to make any money. And believe it or not, you're not making anything on the certificate amount. You're not making anything on the premium. But the reason that investors do that is because they can start paying subsequent taxes and make the maximum rate on the subsequent taxes they pay. So they've got it worked out. They know exactly how much premium they can pay and still make their bottom line of interest that they want to make. So it is profitable, but you just don't want to, you're investing against hedge funds that have unlimited cash. So sometimes it's not worth it. And sometimes it is. Now, what I teach my clients to do is to find the properties that the hedge funds don't want so much. Because if you go after single family homes, that's going to be very competitive. You're not likely to get that. So I teach my clients how to look for the type of properties that the hedge funds don't want. And I connect with my coaching clients every week, or just about every week. We didn't meet last week because it was Thanksgiving week, but I can let them know, what I'm seeing as I invest for the fund that I invest for, what I'm seeing as the type of properties that you have a better chance of getting. And it changes with the economy. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions before we wrap it up? Okay, this is the last call. last call for questions. And was this helpful to you guys? Has this been helpful? Yeah, and Jessica, in that Atlas training, I also, go over with the people that are in the training how to find the best place for them to invest. So we would find the places where the best places for them to invest based on where they live and how much money they have to invest and what their goals are. Yeah, okay. Jessica, Natalie, Jim, thanks for your questions. And thanks, I'm glad it helped. All right, yeah, Jessica, go ahead. Just send an email to support@taxlienlady.com. And if you want to get into the training now, we'll get you in. Okay. And it's the cheapest way to get coaching from me too. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Nicole, for your help. And I'll see you next Tuesday. Now, next week, I have a lot of tax sales to go to, but I still should be here next Tuesday at 2:00. See you then.